Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the midday update. Well, it's a very interesting market we got here. We came in facing this huge gap down. S&Ps were down roughly a little over 1%, about 22 handles at the open. We're now down 26 handles in the futures. So, slightly lower, but nothing really impulsive here. Let's take a look at the SPYs, and I'll put them up here on this chart. Here we go. Okay, so you can see here again, we talked about this morning, into the 21 where it got rejected, and now making new pivot, new swing lows. I think it's important here to look at a couple of things. One, let's look at our last pivot low, which was basically in mid-December, to these swing highs. We're about to hit the 618 retracement, which is in the SPYs 128.50. Again, I'm going to go back. That's just from, like I said, the last pivot low. I think a lot of traders are trying to figure out if the market's going to, put in a short-term bottom here. But right now, there's just no buyers in sight. Now, that being said, it's not aggressive selling since the open. It's very mild. It's very controlled. We're starting the month of June off on, not such a hot foot here. But that being said, from an intraday perspective, not a whole lot to do. I think a lot of traders here are more on the sidelines than they are, trying to get involved. I think, like I said this morning, and it's been sort of my statement for the last couple of weeks with trading, less is more. Right now it's an intraday driven trade. As of today, not a whole lot of push. I think people are definitely a little more timid to be on the short side while the market makes new lows. The trade was really into that 21 a few days back. That was probably where in hindsight it's always 20/20, but that really was the opportunity that we had. It's been, a trade where it's been very overnight gap oriented, like this morning, coming into a gap down. Stocks taking a haircut. We're going to look at Apple for a quick sec here. Apple on the daily still holding in this range. Not really much to talk about here. Intraday though, let's look at an intraday. We've seen some selling. We gapped down. We snapped back a couple of bucks at the open, and now we're sitting on lows, and we've been basically making new lows as the day has developed. It's now 1 o'clock. So a lot of our leadership stocks, there's nothing there to sink your teeth into on the long side. Right now, the traders that are making money are probably shorting bounces on 5 and 15-minute time frames. So that's really the trade that's going on. A couple other things that I'm watching here midday is I'm watching the 20-year, the TLT. The TLT on the daily, we can take a look at that. Coming up very slow. Here we go. Okay, so this breakaway, money flow into bonds just continues, probably catching a lot of traders off guard. We saw a big topping tail yesterday. We actually took that high out, and we continue to probe higher here. In the TLT, same thing with the dollar. The dollar continues to rise. So bonds rising, dollar rising, S&Ps coming off. This trend has been the trend for a little while. We have to respect it. There have been a couple of nimble cash flow trades really built more for the VTF and for real, intraday traders at this point. Like I said, it is a day-to-day tape. The smart money, I think, is not looking to put on and pile into a lot of risk. Smart money is really intraday or cash. Cash as a position. And again, the key to making money as a trader is not about necessarily being right on the right side of the trade. It's about understanding your risk. And if you can't really quantify what you're risking right now, it's best to just stay on the sidelines and wait until you have a more formidable or a better looking situation. Again, time, as I tell all my traders, time is your friend. And if you don't see a good trade right now, use time as a benefit. Wait it out. Let this story develop. At some point, there will be a more compelling situation, whether it is long or even on the short side. Again, a lot of traders that want to be short aren't really getting the opportunity because most of the movement's coming overnight. So you wind up having to chase stocks down versus getting good, efficient prices. So we'll see. Markets are definitely making a statement here. I think the gains for the year are gone. So what took, January, February, March, April is now gone. And that's just the reality of when selling hits the tape, it can be fast and furious. And you have to respect that. So as always, a planned trader is a profitable trader. And I'll see you at the recap.
Hi, I'm Sean Hendelman, CEO of T3 Live, where we train, coach, and mentor traders in order to help you put your money to work with confidence. The T3 Live approach is a blueprint for you to recognize, adapt, and ultimately take advantage of different market conditions. To begin your training with T3 Live, we would like to offer you the opportunity to enroll in our free 30-day online home study course. Fill in your name and email address, and I'll see you on the other side.